I know it's kind of like if you live in Regina, every musician that comes to town has to make a Regina joke. And I understand that. And I guess with Winnipeg, everyone wants to sing a Neil Young song. I just want to tell you this very quick Neil Young story of mine. Before I moved west, I was living in Hamilton, Ontario. And I had a nephew, a godson, that was living in Burlington, which was just 45 minutes outside Hamilton. And I was trying to be a good godfather, and I went over there on Halloween, and I got dressed up as a scarecrow and helped out their mom with the party that they were throwing. And then I took the city bus back to Hamilton, and I had tickets because Neil Young was playing Cops Coliseum with Crazy Horse that night. And I was 18, 19 years old. And where the bus dropped me off from Burlington back in Hamilton was right where Cops Coliseum was. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll just take a look around. It's a little while to the show, but when he's going home, there's no food there. And there was a sign that said, media entrance. And so I marched in the front door, and there was an older gentleman on security, and the first thing that came out of my mouth, I just said, I'm the piano tuner. And remember, I'm dressed up like a fucking scarecrow. And he didn't say anything, he just goes, he looks up from his paper and goes, so then I'm backstage at Cops Coliseum, and you know, it looks like a Hell's Angel convention. All Neil's roadies are, you know, very big dudes, and you know, they're turning a hockey rink into a rock and roll show. And I sit on this giant, you know, whatever, loading gear jive that had Crazy Horse stencil spray painted into it, and a big dude came up and said, "You the piano tuner?" And he said, "We'll be ready for you in about 10 minutes." So I'm sitting there going, what the fuck? But I'm still, like, I'm a young kid, I'm just taking it all in. Some reporter asked me if I was Hayden. At that time, I was very pissed off about that. I wouldn't be so pissed off now. But anyway, so finally, the big roadie dude walks down the ramp and says, "Okay, Doc, we're ready for you." And so I walk up the ramp, and there it is. There's that wooden piano that he recorded so many beautiful songs. And the piano's so old, like the black keys are just wood, and a little circle rotating stool. And I sat down, and I pulled up my harmonica, and I went. I did that for about 20 minutes. And then I just started fucking playing blues, and I think I did After the Gold Rush. And then finally the roadie was like, you know, we got a lot of stuff we have to do. Are you done? So then I went back to the... And then I just started setting up chairs. I'm setting up chairs, and then I go back, and there's all this food, and I start eating the food. And then I get kind of bored, and I leave. And then I come back an hour later, an hour and a half later, and it's the same old guy at the media entrance, and I've seen him all day, so I just tap my hat, he gives me a wave, and I walk in. But then LA showed up, then the big dudes. And, you know, next thing I know, I got some, like, manager guy in my face saying, you know, if you're the piano tuner and your job's done, why the hell are you still here, and all that stuff. And I did have a ticket to the show, so, you know, I left and took my seat. And that's when I really felt when he was yelling at me, like, why am I dressed up like a scarecrow at this minute? But being Hamilton, the great city that it was, the person next to me smoked me this big fucking fat joint. And I didn't smoke a lot, I still don't. And I was paranoid the whole fucking concert that Neil was going to sit down at the piano and go, fuck, this is so out of tune.